Okay, so I wanted to respond to this question about your experience with naltrexone for alcohol addiction and wanted to respond to it as if you were a member in our program and you posed this question on a coaching call. So if you don't know me, my name's Katie. I'm a success story of the Sinclair Method treatment, which uses naltrexone, and I've been a coach to people in this space for over 5 years now, and we run a program that supports people through this treatment protocol. And I just want to start by saying the feedback you're sharing here is not all that uncommon with the treatment. So I hope that you are not panicking just because it has been a few months and you don't feel like you're seeing any changes yet. So I want to talk about a few different reasons why this might be. Number one, I don't know how it is that your doctor has you taking naltrexone. I personally use the Sinclair Method protocol, which had me taking it an hour before drinking, but there are different ways to use the medication. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know how your doctor has you taking the medicine, but that's personally how I took it, and that's the treatment protocol that our program primarily centers around, is using the medication following the Sinclair Method. And I speak to this because taking the medication correctly and consistently, aka compliance over a long period of time, is really key to success with this treatment. In fact, in the book, The Cure for Alcoholism, which talks about the Sinclair Method, this is called the golden rule of the treatment. So another question I would have for you is around what type of alcoholic beverage are you drinking? Hard alcohol can be kind of risky with this treatment because it's so easy to overpower the effects of the medication with hard alcohol. So generally a best practice with this treatment is to minimize or avoid hard alcohol, perhaps make a tall mixed drink, or make sure that you're eating a meal with it. But hard alcohol can be something that can make the protocol be less effective. And kind of coupled with that, another best practice is for people to eat a full meal before they start drinking or with their first drink. I know for some this is a difficult habit to break. I was one of those people that always drank on an empty stomach just to get the buzz more quickly. But if we eat a meal with our alcohol, it helps us absorb the alcohol more slowly. And in my personal experience, I really feel like it helped naltrexone work even better. Another thing you always hear me talking about is meeting the method halfway. So how are you meeting the medication halfway? By gradually changing your habits and behaviors around alcohol. Just for me as an example, I was a daily heavy drinker. I would start drinking as soon as I was off work and drink all night long until I passed out, essentially. And what I found through this treatment is that naltrexone started to quiet my craving for alcohol and my desire for alcohol, but my habit would still kick in. So at 5 o'clock, even though I didn't really have a desire to drink, I would still drink anyway because it was like I didn't know what else to do with my time. So I recognized that I had to gradually start to change my habits, find other ways to fill my time. In addition to that, I had to discover other coping tools because as a daily drinker, when I had a stressful day at work, you better believe I was opening up a bottle or two of wine just to kind of cope with that. So of course, through this treatment, my desire for alcohol was decreasing, and I also didn't want to be someone who relied on alcohol so heavily as a coping tool, so I had to find other ways to cope. So that's really important to be aware of. You know, the protocol is really foundational to success. I don't think I would be where I am today completely free from alcohol addiction without the Sinclair Method and naltrexone, but we also have to meet the method halfway and gradually change habits and lifestyle and coping skills and things like that, which what's great about this treatment is those things can be done gradually over time, and it's really what we focus on inside of our program at Thrive as well. Something else I want you to bear in mind is that for most people, the changes that they see on this treatment are gradual and subtle but continuous, and honestly they can be things that people can ignore and not really recognize when really they're signs that they are seeing progress and changes in their drinking. So I just encourage you to be mindful of the small changes that you might be seeing in your drinking and your relationship with alcohol. For example, does the alcohol taste differently? Maybe it doesn't taste as good. Do you notice that you're drinking more slowly than you normally would? You know, I could easily drink a glass of wine in 15 to 30 minutes, no problem. And the longer I was on this treatment, it would take me an hour to finish the glass of wine. I also noticed that I wasn't thinking about drinking as much. I would usually start thinking about it early afternoon, and through this treatment, I wouldn't start thinking about alcohol till the evening time. I also noticed that I was drinking more slowly when I was drinking. So like I said earlier, it would take me longer to finish a drink. And I just found that I wasn't as in a hurry to refill the next drink. I also noticed that I was having fewer hangovers and I wasn't blacking out anymore. As soon as I started this treatment, I didn't black out ever again, which was, I was still drinking quite a bit in the beginning, but it was such a gift to no longer drink to black out and start to experience some of that control back over alcohol. So obviously there's so much more I could say here, but I just wanted to give you a high level response to, this kind of question that we get pretty regularly where, someone starts the medication and they're not seeing significant changes. That's pretty normal. That's why we tell people to give this treatment about a year to see full results. Some people will get there more quickly, others it will take longer, but a lot of people don't see immediate changes in the beginning. And just like the other things I talked about and tips I kind of gave you and questions I asked, these things are important to keep in mind, because while the medicine is really powerful, it's not the whole picture. And we want to be sure that we're compliant with the protocol according to our doctor's instructions, and that we're doing other things to really redefine and change our relationship with alcohol at its core. As always, if you would like more support with this treatment protocol, I definitely encourage you to check out the program we have at Thrive, where we really guide you through it and are there for you as long as you need for you to reach your personal goals with the treatment. You can learn more about our program with the link in my profile. I'll talk to you later. Bye.